Peace, family, peace, peace, peace. Okay, so I just got off this Zoom call, and I'm feeling so pumped up. Okay, so I'm about to make me some vegan burgers. Okay, it was a recipe that I had seen late last night. Okay, well, it wasn't really late. It was like 10 o'clock. And I was so hungry. Okay, you know how you be hungry and you go on, social media, whether it's Facebook or YouTube, and you start seeing like all these people like cooking and stuff like that. So I was going through that last night, and it was a lady that I had came across who is a vegan, and I think she's been like vegan for 12 or something years, and she was making these burgers, these vegan burgers. Okay, and I was like, oh my goodness, I was like, I could make that. So I was so excited. Okay, even went to the supermarket today to get some of this stuff. Okay, so let me tell you something. Okay, I love onions in my food. Okay, I love onions in my food. Okay, but I was so excited earlier, and I got caught up at ShopRite, talking. Okay, talking. It was a lady who was there, in the aisle where the condiments are, and basically the lady, she was talking about like the mayonnaise and stuff like that and the prices and stuff. And she was telling me, like, she said the mayonnaise that she picked up the Hellmann's, like, it looked bad. And so she was like, no comparisons. And I was like, oh, well, I'm getting a vegan mayonnaise and stuff like that. And then she wound up getting a vegan. She said, you know what? I'm going to try this. So she got vegan mayonnaise. Honey, I was there. And the idea was for me to pick up organic ketchup. As I'm on a Zoom call a few minutes ago, I started thinking, like, damn, I feel like I'm missing something. The ketchup. That's what I'm missing. Okay, got every damn thing else except for the darn ketchup. Okay, so in our bowl, okay, I have plant-based meat. Okay, I know, like, all right, so 1 second, family. So let's see. So I don't do a process, like, hardly. Okay, but this is processed. Okay, and I was telling myself, I was like, Dina, come on, you're gonna have to get it together. Okay, which one? You doing it or you not doing it? Okay, which one? Okay, so I'm a little, in between. Okay, have some patience with me. So I put some onion powder, then I'm gonna put some salt. Okay, and then I'm gonna do some pepper. All right, so while I'm cooking this, okay, one of the things I want to tell you guys is to listen to your higher self, okay? Because I was on this call with Matt, okay? So I don't know Matt's last name, but he's phenomenal. I like showing up to the Zoom calls, although I did leave the Zoom call because to fix this and to come on here. But I love Matt's story. And so Matt is a content creator. He's on Facebook, on YouTube. He also is a coach far as helping women be in relationships, okay? So what happened next? So what happened was I was on a Zoom call, and one of the things Matt talked about was, honey, I'm always writing stuff down. He talked about CCIIA, and basically it means consistent, committed, imperfect, inspired action. Okay. And a lot of times in life, right, we think, I'm going to just put a little bit of mustard. A lot of times in life, we tend to think that everything is supposed to be figured out, right? Like even during my whole spiritual awakening thing, for a lot of you guys who, you've been rocking out to me for a minute, I talked about, it was so many times that after I had my spiritual awakening, I just thought, that I wouldn't go through adversity, okay? I was so surprised, okay? I was so surprised when I started going through adversity, more so than I have ever been. And I didn't understand it because, I was so naive, and I was like, I'm doing the work on myself and all this other stuff. And one of the reasons why I think that we may go through some things, right? And we may not understand, like, why we going, all right, so I'm taking this, okay? And I'm just going to do this. I'm so upset. I don't have the damn whatchamacallem. I don't have the ketchup. But I'm going to have to improvise. Okay. Let me get a plate. Okay. Right? And so, when you going through, your spiritual awakening, right? You may think that, I'm not going to go through any adversities. And it was so many times that I had told myself, like even for as me getting another job, right? I had told myself, I said, you know what? I'm just going to focus on my content, right? Because this is the thing that I'm passionate about. And I'm so grateful because I am on Section 8. Okay, I'm grateful because I do get food stamps, and I am grateful because I get to do the thing that I absolutely love. Okay, now some people may say, well, that's why you're able to do it. But like, it's my passion. It's something that I get so much energy from because I'm living in my purpose. Okay, I'm doing the thing that I enjoy to do. And I remember, though, it would be times where as though I would still give my power away. Okay, who could relate to that? I would still give my power. And it's so funny because Matt was talking about this, how he was giving his power away after he had his spiritual awakening. He met this guru guy, so to speak. And he said the guy, he pretty much gave this guy like all his power because he was making that guy shine as opposed to himself. Like he still was looking for validation. And I could relate to that even after my spiritual awakening. Okay. I could relate to that even after my spiritual awakening because I remember, I told you guys, right, like I had took this job. It was somebody who was mentoring me. She had a friend who pretty much, using some grapeseed oil, who pretty much had her own company. And at this time, I told myself, I said, you know what? I'm just going to rock out to the thing that I was created to do. I'm just going to rock out to my content and stuff like that. And I'm grateful for that experience. And I'm thankful that I did go through that. Okay. And I remember I was like, I'm just going to do the thing that I enjoy doing. And one of the reasons, like, I was kind of skeptical about me taking another job, because the whole Uber thing, like, the cars and, stuff like that, because I was doing the Uber. But everything, what I really noticed within myself was, like, the reason why I would do some of these things is because of an ex of mine, right? Like, he was working in corporate, and I would look at, like, it was almost sort of like, I don't want him to think that, I let myself go, or I don't want him to think that, that I'm a bum. So, all these different ideas. And so that sort of made me feel like, you know what, you could take another job. And when I took the job, all right, so we also bring that energy, okay? We bring that energy to whichever way you feel about yourself prior to a job or prior to getting into a relationship, right? You bring that energy. You bring that energy with you, okay? And so, one second. Let's see if my foot game is okay. Woo! You bring that energy with you, right? And so I remember when I was working for the lady, I pretty much, the lady would say, like, people would quit on her, right? This company, the lady who I was working for at the time, she would tell me people would quit on her. And sometimes we tend to make people our source, right? Like you may feel like, well, if I lose this job, then my whole life is over. I don't know what I do. But there's always resources. You can always find another job. You can always do something different, right? And so I was so attached to working at this job. Okay, although I said that I wasn't going to, take another job, but I was so attached to working at this job. I was so attached to the paycheck. I was so attached to, thinking like, oh, this would be the only way. And when I got fired, okay, because I did get fired. Damn it, where's my spatula? So when I got fired, right, it felt like my whole world was like upside down. And I remember that day so vivid and so damn clear. I remember that day. I was when I got fired, I called my mother and I was like, in tears and stuff like that, because this lady who said people would quit on her. She would hire people and there would be so many people that quit on her. I was like always giving reassurance, like, no, I'm not gonna quit, like I wouldn't do that to you and all this other stuff. And then I wound up getting fired. Okay, all right. And after that, right, sometimes you may just feel like, why me? Like, why I gotta go through this? And all these different things and stuff like that. One of the things I'm going to say is you go through it so you could grow through it. It may not make sense at that time, okay? And no one is coming to save you. And so what I had to start looking at was, that was not my only, like, she's not my source, okay? She's not my source. And then from that, I was so great, like in it when I was getting fired, okay, and it wasn't like I needed the job, so to speak. The job, it was good because I was getting a paycheck, but it wasn't something like I needed it, right? Because if I got fired, my rent would go down. But I always felt like I wanted more than just Section 8, right? And could you guys see it? So I always felt like I wanted more than just, being on Section 8 and stuff like that. And I remember, one second. Okay, wait, hold on now. Now this thing was supposed to stick. I remember while I was Honey, I'm losing train of thought. I remember after I got fired, you know what happened? See, a lot of times we can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay? Like I can't see the light at the end of this burger. But a lot of times we can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, and then we go in panic mode. And so that's what I wound up doing. Like I couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel, even though my rent and stuff would have my rent was gonna go down, but I was so attached to it. And I remember when it had happened, right? I remember I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna apply for unemployment, right? And I wasn't even on that job for a long time. Okay, I just said I'm gonna apply for it. And I remember my mother said, I don't know if you're going to be able to get there, because don't you have to work for the company or work for the job a long time? And I said, yeah. I said, but you know what? What's the worst? What's going to happen? They deny me? And in fact, they did deny me. But then I got approved. Okay. And so what you have to remember is 3 things. 1, well, probably 4. Every adversity you go through, you're going to grow through it, okay? 2, there's no accidents in this here universe, okay? Everything that we experience, it is for the greater good, okay? And then also what you have to understand is that everything happens the way it needs to happen, okay? That's what you have to understand. Everything happens the way it ought to happen. And then stop giving your damn power away. Stop giving your damn power away. Okay? Because that person or the people that you putting on the pedestal, they're not source. Okay? They not just source. Okay? Now you may get a check from them. Okay? But they're not your source. All right? And once you start understanding it. Wait, I think this is supposed to be a little. Honey, we learning together with this one. Because I'm like, isn't it supposed to be a little tougher? All right, I'm going to go ahead and take it out. Okay, so this is hell. This is the first one. God darn. Okay. And I don't have no ketchup. That's what happened. I got caught up talking and was in the L with the ketchup. But because I was so busy talking, I done okay, so I got my lettuce, okay, and I did get some vegan cheese, okay, I did get some vegan cheese. See, that's what tends to happen when you watching, when you online. You know what I should have done? I'm going to do it on this one. What I should have done, I should have put the cheese, because they did use like vegan shredded cheese, and ShopRite didn't have vegan shredded cheese. They only had to slice it. Alright, let's see. All right, so I told you guys I'm not a big fan of avocados, like making the avocados, making a guacamole myself. I have made the guacamole before in the past, and it did come out pretty good. But what I noticed, I can have avocados in the fridge right now, okay? And what I noticed is I tend to let the avocados go bad by the time I get around to them. So instead of me buying more avocados, right, I said, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to just buy the guacamole, okay? It's already made. And this guacamole, it don't have no preservatives, no added anything, okay? I did look at the back of it when I brought it, okay? All right. Okay. Because the plan was to make like a Big Mac sauce, right? And you need the ketchup. But some people said they don't use the ketchup. What they said they be using? Oh, okay. Okay, I got it. Okay, I just thought about that because I remember it was some people that was saying like they don't use, what gives it that color is the paprika. If I have some. Do I have paprika? Oh yeah. What gives it that color is the paprika. So that's what we're gonna use. Look at this. Okay. Honey, you gotta strategize. Okay? A part of me just want to hurry up and put the other one on in here. And you know also how I realized like I would tend to give my power away. I remember 2 incidents had happened to me. I started working out, right? I started working out with this guy, right? And it was, you know, probably like about 5 or 6 other people that was working out. And you got, like, the way I worked out today, I was doing it like three years ago, like coming on live working out and stuff like that. And I remember when I started working out with this guy, right, it was almost like, it almost was like that I didn't feel like qualified. You get what I'm saying? Like I felt like this guy know, and you know, he's been working out for a long time, but I was sort of putting this guy like on a pedestal. Like, oh well, he been doing it for a while and all this other stuff. And then another time, okay, I remember I went to this chiropractor because I slept. You know how sometimes you may sleep and when you wake up you have like a cramp in your neck? And I've been meditating up until this point, it probably like 3 or 4 years, okay? And so I went to the chiropractor and he was adjusting my neck, you know. And I remember he was like, oh, you know, you could do some deep inhales and exhales. And I was like, oh, really? I was like, I do meditation, okay? And while he was like telling me like the inhale and the exhale, although I've been doing meditation, and this also goes to like trusting yourself, like really, really trusting yourself. And instead of me feeling like, oh, you know, I've been doing it, like, instead of me feeling like confident, right? One of the things I started doing was I started putting him on the goddamn pedestal too. Cause he was like, oh no, you gotta breathe, like you breathing so quick. He was like, this not like, I don't know if he used to get high or anything, but he told me, he was like, this not like you snorting something. I don't know what the hell that meant, okay? But basically what he was saying was like, I was breathing way too quick. Listen, okay? show up confident, okay? Because you know what? I said I ain't giving my damn power away. Now, you know what's funny? Because the universe, it will test you when you say stuff like that. Like, I'm not giving my power away, and, you know, all these different things is going to test you. Alright, so I'm going to just add a little bit of water to this. And that's just so it could steam and it could melt the cheese. I remember when I was a kid, and the first time I had made grilled cheese, I was probably about 12 years old. Was I 12? I think I was about 12 years old. And the first time I made grilled cheese, no, it was the macaroni and cheese in a box. And it came out so damn horrible. And I just was like, damn, because I remember as a kid, so although my mother, she didn't have, you know, like custody of me or whatever it was, and I said this in previous videos of mine, like one way my mother would show, you know, that she loved me and kid and everything like that was like she would connect through like the food. So when I would go to my grandmother's house on Fridays, my mother always made sure that she had the stuff to make the cheeseburgers for me when I was, you know, growing up as a kid. And I remember I was like, damn, you know, my mother used to get the cheese to melt so good. And then I tried it, this shit wasn't melting. The trick to that is to steam it, okay? To put a little bit of, I guess you could put some oil, but I think the water probably works a little better. And then get a lid, and then just FYI, okay? Because I know somebody is out there who's gonna watch this video and probably don't know how to melt the cheese, okay? So I'm just little FYI. Okay, so this is pretty much how it came out. All right, now I gotta see like how I'm gonna fix this one, because I done took that one out. All right, come on. All right, now. A part of me is like, I could do that one. Put that one back in the oven, but I'ma wait. I mean, put that back on the stove, but I'ma wait. I'ma wait to put that one back. Alright, so while that is cooking, I'm gonna start making, okay, and I gotta put cheese on this one. Now while that's cooking, I'm gonna start making our sauce. Well, my sauce. Well, our sauce. Honey, whoever sauce, okay? Okay, now I got my vegan mayonnaise, okay? Okay. Let's see. All right, so mayonnaise. Let's see. What else? Oh. Some paprika. That's what's gonna give it that red color. Okay. Some relish. So I don't like when people take the spoon. I was about to do what I don't like. Take the spoon and put it in the same thing. Like, so the mayonnaise could be in here. Oh, that pisses me off. Okay. What else? Put some onions. Yeah, I know McDonald's, right? They don't have the onions, and anything, but honey, this is not McDonald's, okay? I just wanted to use they sauce. Well, make my own sauce. Okay. And what else could we? Okay, then I'm gonna use some onion powder. And I know it calls for garlic powder. And I'm not gonna use garlic powder. In fact, I don't even have garlic powder. Which one is the mustard that I just bought? Oh no. Okay, so they did call for some white vinegar, but only have apple cider. Okay, where's that mustard? What the heck? That I just brought. Look at this. Oh. Somebody don't want me to be great today. Oh, gosh. I don't know where the hell I put that mustard is. And I got mustard, but I don't want to use this mustard. I want to use the mustard that I just brought. Look at this. I'm so damn mad I can't find that damn mustard. And I know some of you guys probably like, use the other mustard. No, I want this mustard. I want the mustard I just brought. What the hell? Uh-oh. Damn it, done hid the mustard from my damn self, okay? Oh, gosh. Let's see. Okay. So I'm gonna just add a little more paprika. Honey, it's just gonna give it the color. It's only, paprika is just good for the color. Okay. Alright, wait. Let me add some salt. And some, I don't think they put the pepper. Well, honey, I'm putting the pepper. They ain't gotta put it. I'm putting it. Okay. And let's try it. Now, it don't quite taste like McDonald's. But I take it. You know what threw it off? The salt. The salt and the pepper. But that's okay. Okay, so this is pretty, honey. I ain't gonna even put the cheese on that one. Okay, that one it don't have to have cheese. Okay. Now, let me just plate it. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is, let's see. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, now what y'all do? Do y'all do the like the sauce first and then do the lettuce? How y'all do it? Alright. I'm gonna do my sauce first because that's what makes sense to me. Okay. Sauce. Yeah. Okay, now I got my guac. Maybe that should have went on, last. But that's okay. You do it the way you like it, okay? And I'm going to do it the way I like it. Okay. I don't feel like getting another damn utensil, honey. So I'm using my hand. You do what works for you, okay? Look at this. Look at this. Okay. Now that we got that settled, and of course, I got to get some raw onions because, I mean, it just wouldn't be right if I didn't. Okay. All right. I did grab the tomatoes. I did grab the tomatoes. Damn it. But I don't know. See, I don't really care for the little tomatoes. I like the beefsteak tomatoes, the real big ones. I like those tomatoes. All right. So this is pretty much all right. So let's try it. Okay. Ooh. Shoot. I'm gonna say it's better than Taco Bell. Honey, if I'm lying, I'm fine. Now, don't watch me so hard, okay? I appreciate you guys for being here. The reason I say don't watch me so hard is because I don't want it to fall, okay? So listen, it's been real. Man, this is so good. This is so, when you make something, you may envision it to come out a certain way, but when you make it, now, Oliver, I know when we was in Whole Foods, I know what I heard. I heard
I don't do the vegan cheese, but this recipe good for me. Okay? Alright? And since I've been plant-based, well, let's say plant-based slash vegan. Okay? I haven't done any processed food. Okay? I'm just going back. Yeah, because you guys know I did that whole raw thing, right? You know, I just was eating fruits and salads. Okay, you know I did that. Okay. And so mainly I just been eating mushrooms. But today I just was like, you know, I got mushrooms in there and I am going to eat the mushrooms, but today was, you know, I just didn't feel like mushrooms today. Okay. The door home thing done fell. Somebody been looking. This is what really is the guac sauce. My homemade, I don't want to say Big Mac sauce. My homemade sauce. Okay, now you guys seen how I made that sauce. Okay. At first, you know, I was saying, oh, this don't taste like Big Mac sauce. You know what I'm saying? But I know because I put the salt and pepper in here, but it had this this flavor that's going on right now. All right, Carmen, listen. I gotta head over to YouTube because I've been doing this since this week. After I get off here, when I cook with you guys, I eat, and then I head over to YouTube. So, if you want to see me on YouTube, okay, same exact name, Dina Bryant, okay, same exact name. Now earlier, I did have some mandarins. So I break my fast with water, and then I think it was like 3. Was it 2? Probably 2. Or was it 3? I don't know. It was like 2 or 3 mandarins. Okay. So I'm gonna see you guys. Either you come up on YouTube, or I see you guys tomorrow. All right. With that being said, make sure you guys rocking out, believing in yourselves. Peace.